The Pinellas Education Foundation started the Doorways program in the early 90s. We've been working with the mayor's office since 2001, and since that time, over 1,000, I think we're approaching 1,200 students right now that are receiving college scholarships. And what we're providing the students is a 2-year community college and 2 years at a 4-year university, so they're getting 4 years of tuition. It's made possible by a number of sources. One source is obviously donations that the mayor's office and friends of the mayor and generous contributors in St. Pete area and throughout the county have contributed. Another part is raised by the foundation, so everything that the mayor's office raises, the foundation matches that. And then the third piece is the Florida Prepaid College Tuition Foundation, which is in Tallahassee, matches everything that we raise. So if a donor donates $1,000, we turn that into $4,000. Today we're giving over $1 million worth of scholarships to these students, so it's an incredible gift from the mayor to these young people. All of the students have to qualify by being on free and reduced lunch, so there's the economic criteria to be part of it. They'll align with a mentor, they sign a contract, and they have to keep their grades up, remain drug and crime free, and be good students at school. So all of those things lead to a college scholarship when they hit their senior year if they've made the journey.
It's a very simple process. You go to the Pinellas Education Foundation website and you can nominate anyone you know from 5th to 11th grade, and at that point they will be screened through their school process. If they are accepted, they will come to one of our 4 doorway signings.
This means that I can have a great job and go to college to be the best that I can be and learn what I need to do to become a lawyer or a doctor.
Good morning. My name is Lori Matway. I'm the Education and Government Services Managing Director for the City of St. Petersburg, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Doorway signing. This is an opportunity for us to recognize those 5th through 9th graders that have just received their Doorways contracts. First, as you entered, you were able to take a photo with the mayor, and at the end of the ceremony, your portraits will be in the back table where you picked up your contracts. Now it is my honor to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Stewart. Dr. John Stewart brings more than 30 years in school administration, including 13 years as superintendent of Polk County School District and 3 years at the Pinellas County Schools Deputy Superintendent. His last assignment was executive director of the Florida High School Athletic Association until his retirement in January 2009. He is a native of Indiana, where he received a Bachelor's of Science from Indiana State University. He earned his master's and doctorate in education from Florida Atlantic University. Mayor and I meet with Dr. Stewart on a monthly basis to discuss how the city and the school system can work cooperatively to provide a quality education for all of our students. I am thankful to have a man of his experience leading the 4th largest school district in the state. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. John Stewart to the podium.
Thank you very much, Lori. Congratulations to all of the students on becoming Doorway Scholars. Let's give them all a great round of applause for their work. You've heard a lot about a lot of different people and a lot of different things, but we're really here to celebrate you and what you've done in your school experience thus far. But you know, Doorway has a special meaning to the name of this particular achievement. A doorway means that you are entering into something. You are going into it. This is just the start of what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Working hard, because to this point you've done well. But the expectations are still there for you to continue that effort, only a little more. The Doorway Scholarships are a gift from the Mayor's Mentors and More program through the City of St. Petersburg, the Pinellas Education Foundation, and a whole lot of generous sponsors who are willing to step to the plate and say, I will give to young people because I believe in them. You are part of a very special group of students today. You are special today because you were selected from thousands of other qualified students in Pinellas County to receive this scholarship. Are any of you curious as to why you were selected from thousands of other students? Did you think this morning, why me? Why was I chosen? You were selected because you worked hard in school and you have outstanding grades. It's just that simple. You did what you were expected to do in school and in life. You were selected because you are a good citizen at your school, and your school record shows you have good conduct. You do what is expected of you at school. You do what is expected of you at home. Thank you for doing that, young people. That's real important in life. I'm proud to be in a room of 100 students that are this outstanding. Very few students in the United States receive a scholarship as young as you are, telling you that all you have to do is keep it on the right track and you're going to get to go to college. Wow, that's an enormous gift to you and your family. I also want to thank Mayor Foster. Thank you, Mayor Foster. For continuing this wonderful program. I've met with Mayor Foster, as Lori Matway told you just a few moments ago, on a continued basis since I was appointed superintendent here in Pinellas County. And I can tell you, you've got a mayor who really gets it. He knows what's important. He knows it's the youth of his city that will take it on and do things in the future. So I appreciate knowing that there's a person that committed to education in the community. Once again, thank you, Mayor. Over the past 10 years, the City of St. Petersburg, Florida, the Florida Prepaid Association, and the Pinellas Education Foundation and our community have provided over $11 million for over 1,200 college scholarships. That's mighty impressive, mighty impressive. Mayor Foster and his staff and the sponsors have contributed to provide 100 four-year scholarships to the students here today. Students, the scholarships you are receiving today are a valuable key to your entire future. It paves the road for you to attend college or technical school and lifts a huge financial burden from your families. You know, I was listening to the news last night or the night before, and I heard that the college student loan exceeds today $1 trillion. I had to stop and think, I don't know what a trillion is. It's an enormous number. But that's how it costs so much money to go to college today. And parents, young people, parents worry about that a lot when they think about what you're going to do and how they're going to make it possible for you to go to school. This program makes it possible for you. You don't have to worry about that, the cost. Because if you do these things, all you have to do is stay out of trouble at school and at home. Stay on the right path. Keep up your good grades and take advantage of the gift of your mentors have pledged to give you the gift of their time. They're there to give you their special gift of time and the wisdom of their experience. God bless every person who is a mentor. I wish each and every one of you the very best as you navigate the important decisions you will make over the next few years to help secure a good career in your future. And every career you choose will require some form of formal training beyond high school. Every career that you choose will require you to have some form of training that's worth repeating. Some form of further education. Now that I've said my say, I want you to hear from a young person who has actually been through exactly what you have been through, what you're going through, because he's still a senior at Gibbs High School. And what a polished young man he is. I've had the great pleasure of meeting him on numerous occasions, and I always come away impressed with what he stands for and what he is. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Michael Peabody, who is also a Doorways Scholar himself.
Good morning, and a joyous one at that. I stand before you as a proud Gladiator senior at Gibbs High School and now a fellow member of the Doorway Scholarship Program. I was sitting in your seats about 5 years ago as a 7th grader at Azalea Middle School. I remember the night I received my invitation like it was yesterday. I had been at school all day. I stayed until about 8 o'clock volunteering at a parent night. When I got home, I was exhausted from a long day of schoolwork and volunteering. I walked in the house and there stood my mom saying, "Here, you have mail." I took the letter and sat on the couch. And as I opened the letter and began to read, my vision became impaired. Let me explain why. Throughout my early educational career, I knew that college was in my future. There was no other option for me. However, coming from a family where college was a road less taken, I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. Both of my parents graduated high school and had to continue on into the work world. That being said, I took on every bit of information my educators gave me. Early on in elementary school, I can remember my teachers lecturing about college, tips of getting in, and ways of obtaining scholarships. I knew when I left elementary school that the show was on. When I entered middle school, I pushed myself every day. Although some of my classmates took the easier road, I took all honors classes, ran for class office, and began to expand my horizons. I found school spirit made the world of a difference. It helped me stay positive, and it helped me push and set the example for my fellow classmates. By the end of my 3-year reign at Azalea Middle School, Miss Anderson and her staff were calling me Mr. Azalea. When I entered Gibbs High School in 2008, I only had one scholarship, and I knew that was not going to be enough to pay for all of my college costs. It was my goal and mission to earn more. I ran with my best friend for class president and vice president, and won. The competition was hard to beat because both girls went to middle school with a large majority of our freshman class. We were simply outnumbered. However, we took that obstacle and we put in the hard work and we won. From that moment on, the possibilities were endless. With the Doorway Scholarship Program and the mentor that was assigned to me, I was able to escape when times proved to be too challenging and to talk it out. My mentor, Mr. Jenkins, was always there to help me. Mr. Jenkins is a retired military personnel and high school teacher. He spends about 4 days a week at Gibbs assisting students. He has a plethora of knowledge and has answers for the number of questions I'm always asking. I can think back to about every session starting the same way. Me walking in late and out of breath because I was caught in the office and asked to do about 20 more things. When I sit, the first words out of his mouth are a mixture of, "Michael, you need to slow down. You can't do it all. You're a teenager. Enjoy what time you have left." Throughout our lessons, Mr. Jenkins has pushed me, but at the same time, he has been the very crutches that have supported me through every endeavor that I take on. Just under a month, I will be turning my tassel on stage from right to left, closing my chapter in Pinellas County Schools. I was told before I entered high school that high school is supposed to empower you, that you are supposed to discover a sum of who you are and what you want to do with your life. Because of Gibbs High School, I can honestly say I have found who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. Through the hundreds of hours of volunteering and the endless effort and dedication towards better education, I have discovered that education is my true passion in life. Those are just some of the reasons why my vision became impaired, from the tears of joy that streamed down my face that night as I sat on the couch. Not just because Doorways paid for a large portion of my college, but because when I received my Doorways scholarship, it was the first time I felt that I was good enough. The first time that I felt validated. The first time that I felt I could actually follow through with my dreams of attending a major university and be successful. Doorways pushed me to be the person who I am today and not look back. Not only has this scholarship program offered me opportunities that would not have been offered to me otherwise, but it has made one of my goals possible that I set at my signing ceremony. When I sat in your seats in this very building, I listened to the speakers at my signing ceremony. And I leaned to my mother and I said, "Mom, I want to speak at one of these." Well, Mom, look at me now. Congratulations and best of luck on all of your future endeavors.
Before we move on to reviewing and signing your contracts, I just want to take a moment to talk about career choices. Did you know that 82% of the highest demanding jobs in Florida require some sort of education after high school? What that means is that you gotta graduate from high school and get a college or technical career education. The great thing about today's event is that Doorways give you the opportunity to do that, so please stay in school. With these scholarships paired up with Florida Bright Futures, the two will cover most of the cost of your future education. So you have to choose your career choice wisely. Right now, as it stands, 50% of college graduates can't find jobs in their field. That's not because they lack education, it's just that they lack the right education. Parents, I need you to listen closely. It's important for you to hear this as well. Colleges and universities have a lot of degrees and course studies, but they all don't lead to high demanding jobs. So parents, you would need to work with your children so that way they choose the correct courses that will lead them to satisfy jobs in the field that are demanding now and in the future. You can even begin right now. The classes you choose in middle school and high school can help you play an important role and help you prepare for your college and future career paths.
I am a proud parent of 1,300 Doorways scholars that are in college right now. So I was very honored to come up here and talk about the parent responsibility with you. Parents, so important that you support and encourage the student to develop a positive relationship with teachers and volunteers. Attend Doorways sponsored meetings to discuss the student's educational needs. Communicate with Doorways on the following matters: scholastic achievements or problems, behavioral achievements or problems, positive or negative changes in the student's home environment, and address and phone number changes. We need to make sure that we can communicate with you at all times, so if you have any sort of changes, just let us know. Please sign up for Parent Portal and monitor your students, track their grades, track their homework assignments, look in those backpacks every night if you have to, and help your kids stay organized. Now students, this is your responsibility to maintain this scholarship, right? Is mom and dad gonna do it for you? No, it's your responsibility. So you guys have some stuff that you need to do too. You need to remain crime-free and drug-free, be a role model to your peers, and remain a student in good standing according to Pinellas County Schools Code of Conduct. Attend classes regularly, earn grades of a C or better in each class every 6 weeks. Can you guys do that? Yeah. Write an annual online thank you letter to your sponsor. Attend Doorways events like Celebration. And students, you need to remain in a Pinellas County school to maintain your Doorways scholarship. You have to go to a public school to maintain your scholarship. Failure to comply with the program standards may result in withdrawal from the program. So parents, I can just tell you, from dealing with parents and students in this program for the past 6 years, support your kids, stand by your children, listen to them. Don't turn your back on your kids.
I'm going to sing for you right now. No, just kidding. You've heard a lot of talking. You've heard all of the instructions, and Lori even said, you know, that I was somehow responsible for this today. This is absolutely not about me, the mayor, the city of St. Petersburg, this isn't the government doing anything for you. This is real people stepping up and contributing to a cause. And that cause is you. That cause is every young person in here who, and I'm going to share a secret, I'm going to be a little selfish, but that's every single young person in here who's going to go out and make a difference. Now here's the selfish part. I'm getting old. Your parents and loved ones are getting old. We're going to need you to pay into Social Security, okay? We're going to need you to come to our houses and take care of the construction issues and the plumbing issues. We're going to need you to transplant my heart because this one might be failing. We're going to need you to draw blood. We're going to need you to fix our cars. We're going to need you to handle our legal work. We're going to need you to be the engineers and build the next big skyscraper in the city. We're going to need you to put man back on the moon. We're going to need you to build the new supercomputer that we can fit even smaller than what's on our waist. The possibilities are endless. And this community and thousands of people are investing in you. Okay, so today is about you. Today is signing day, and you've all watched ESPN, and they have signing day, and it's all about sports and all of that. And I saw one young man who is, you probably saw him, is going to go to University of Miami, I think, and I tried to recruit him for the Bucks, and they said no, but I mean, he'll be at another signing day, and that's all really cool and all of that. But this is the real signing day, because students, you are committing to making the right decisions, knowing that the decisions that you make now impact the rest of your life. And parents, you are committing to being that caring nurturer, to make sure that all of these things surrounding them are taken care of, that you are the support, that you are the provider, that you are the feeder of the mind, body, and soul. We can't do it without you. So today you are signing that commitment. And then for everybody in here with the Pinellas Education Foundation and Kiwanis and all of these fantastic partners and school board members and teachers and principals and administrators, we are just there to back you up. We are there because we love you. And yes, we're selfish because we need you. But you know what? Nothing good is going to happen for the future of the city of St. Petersburg without your success. Education is public safety. Education is job creation. Education is economic development. If the city doesn't grow with you, the city dies. That's what's at stake, and I'm not exaggerating. That's what's at stake. So God bless you. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for every single person who contributes to a Doorway Scholarship. All we are giving is opportunity. What you do with it is up to you. But you know what? We put you through this selection process so we know that the odds are really, really good that you are going to go out and take that opportunity and run with it. And run with it. And guess what? When you finish getting your education, please come back to St. Petersburg. Don't be swayed by the big city lights and all of that. Please come back to the city of St. Petersburg because we love you and we want to grow old with you. So parents, thank you. Young people, you guys are rock stars. And I had a ball just taking pictures with every single one of you. And know that this city is going to lift you up and support you with a mentor and with more opportunities than you can ever imagine. Because it takes a community, and guess what? St. Petersburg is the best. So thank you all. God bless you.